You send a message. The little scene mark appears. Then, nothing. Minutes pass, hours pass, and with every moment of silence, your mind starts to write stories. They're ignoring me. They're annoyed with me. They don't want me around anymore. But what if that reaction isn't just insecurity? What if that sinking feeling isn't just in your head, but in your brain? What if loneliness has literally trained your mind to expect rejection, rewiring the very circuits that are supposed to connect you to others? Loneliness isn't a modern inconvenience or a personal flaw. It's a primal survival signal, as fundamental to our biology as hunger or thirst. Just as hunger is a sign you need food, loneliness is your brain's ancient alarm bell, screaming that a critical resource for survival, social connection, is missing. For our ancestors, being part of a tribe was the only way to stay alive. To be cast out was a death sentence. So the brain evolved a powerful stress response to even the threat of isolation, designed to push you back toward the safety of the group. But what happens when that alarm bell gets stuck? When loneliness stops being a temporary signal and becomes a chronic state? The system designed to save you begins to turn on you. It triggers a cascade of neurological changes that fundamentally reshape how you see the world, turning your own mind against itself. The first thing that changes is how you perceive reality. When loneliness becomes chronic, your brain shifts into a permanent state of high alert. It becomes hypervigilant, constantly scanning for social threats. Your brain's fear center, the amygdala, starts working overtime. This isn't just a feeling, it's a neurological glitch that creates a powerful negative bias. You start to misinterpret neutral social cues as hostile. A friend doesn't text back immediately, and your brain doesn't just wonder why. It concludes, "I'm being abandoned." A coworker has a flat expression, and you see it as undeniable proof of their dislike. This isn't you being dramatic, it's a self-preservation mechanism gone wrong. Your brain is desperately trying to protect you from the pain of more rejection. But in doing so, it paints a world full of potential enemies, causing you to withdraw even further and sealing the first layer of your isolation. But here's where it gets crueler. As your brain's fear circuits are running on high, its reward circuits begin to power down. The part of your brain that's supposed to give you a rush of pleasure from connection, a warm smile, a good conversation, an invitation to hang out, goes quiet. The dopamine hit you'd normally get from positive social moments gets blunted. Suddenly, the very things that could cure your loneliness stop feeling good. An invitation to a party doesn't feel like an opportunity, it feels like a chore. Socializing feels less like a joy and more like a performance you're not prepared for. It's a devastating paradox. Your brain craves connection on one hand, but on the other, it has lost the ability to feel pleasure from it. It raises the threat level of social situations while simultaneously removing the reward. This is the loneliness loop in action. It kills your motivation to even try, making it feel safer to just stay home, alone. If the feeling of loneliness persists, the damage goes beyond perception and motivation. It becomes structural. The US Surgeon General has issued a stark warning. Lacking social connection carries a risk of premature death, comparable to smoking up to 15 cigarettes a day. This isn't a metaphor. It is linked to a 29% increased risk of heart disease and a 32% increased risk of stroke. Inside your brain, the chronic stress of isolation floods your system with cortisol. Over time, this stress hormone can damage neurons, especially in the hippocampus, the brain's center for memory and learning. This is why long-term social isolation is a major risk factor for faster cognitive decline and is linked to a staggering 50% higher likelihood of developing dementia in older adults. Your brain can also suffer from chronic inflammation, disrupting sleep and making it even harder to regulate your emotions, creating a vicious cycle of stress. This all paints a bleak picture. But here's where the story turns. Your brain's ability to change, its neuroplasticity, is the same mechanism that can help you find your way out. Much of this damage doesn't have to be permanent. Here's how you can begin. First, recognize the illusion. Understand that your brain, in its attempt to protect you, is showing you a distorted version of reality. That deep certainty that you are being judged or rejected is a symptom of loneliness, not a fact about the world. Simply knowing your perception is skewed can give you the critical space to question those automatic negative thoughts. Second, start small to win big. You don't need to become the life of the party. The goal is to retrain your brain, one tiny interaction at a time, that social connection is safe. Aim for low stakes wins. Make brief, casual conversation with a barista or a cashier. These small moments of positive contact act like a recalibration for your nervous system, slowly dialing down the alarm. Third, shift your focus from getting to giving. Studies show that performing small acts of kindness for others, helping a neighbor, volunteering, or even just writing a thoughtful message to a friend, activates the brain's reward pathways. This kind of pro-social behavior releases oxytocin, a hormone that directly counteracts the threat-focused state of loneliness and fosters a genuine sense of connection. Loneliness trains the brain to expect the worst, but your actions can retrain it for hope. If this was helpful, subscribe for more insights into the human mind. And if you feel comfortable, share a thought in the comments. You may be surprised how many people are on a similar journey. Remember, the feeling of loneliness is a signal, not a life sentence. It's a biological call to action, and by understanding the machinery of your own mind, how it can build a maze around you, you also discover that you are the one who holds the map. You have the power to walk a different path.